Hey, what's up? It's Dave Anderson. Hope all is well in your world. It is a beautiful, beautiful day. I'm enjoying myself. Hope you are too. Man, a lot on my mind. Very, very busy day for me, and I want to be very, very honest. This is a video that's going to piss you off. It might not piss you off if you understand the kind of person that I am, but if you don't, if you're just new to the whole Dave Anderson InnerBrand type of situation, then this may rub you quite the wrong way, especially if you're an entrepreneur. There's nothing wrong with asking a question. There's nothing wrong with not knowing. There is something wrong with treating your business like a lottery ticket, and here's what I mean. There are people who will ask you a bunch of questions and say, I'm looking for a mentor. No, what you're looking for is somebody to give you their life's work, talent, skills, and ability for absolutely no money. Now, let me put this to you another way. When it comes to branding and development, things like that, this is how I feed my kids, okay? When you're asking me a bunch of questions, and I'm not talking about just like one or two questions, I'm talking about like an entire dossier of things you want to know from me. You're taking food out of my daughter's mouth. Not a good look. You're taking food out of my wife's mouth. And unlike me, they can't afford to miss a meal. I'm a big guy. I can afford to miss a couple meals, and I don't mind helping. I really don't. But what I do mind is when you try to use the whole mentorship thing to get around the fact that, you know, my services come at a price. People pay to pick my brain. And that doesn't mean that I don't mind helping, but sometimes y'all be tripping. It's just like nonstop. Well, I need a mentor. No, what you need is a budget. What you need is to have enough balls to invest in your business. Here's the thing. You have never once in your entire life gone to McDonald's, going up to that pimple-faced teenager at the register, or that old man who made some bad choices and wound up flipping the burgers if he's not the manager, and said, yeah, I'm looking for a Big Mac mentor. You've never gone into a barbershop, sat down in the barber's chair, let him put the little choking piece of toilet paper around your neck and the cape, and say, you know what, I'm looking for a haircut mentor. But when it comes to building and developing and growing your business, you want everybody to mentor you. Oh my goodness. There are people saying that they can't hear. I hope that's not the case, because I'm spitting hot fire right now. Let me know if you can hear this. If you can hear this, type in that you can hear this, because I'm going to be real upset if you can't hear this situation right now, because I am giving it to you. I am literally spitting this game. Let me try one more thing. Let me see if you can hear me now. You can't just sit around and wait for somebody to mentor you. And it gets to a point where you're not going to get the results that you want. You can't shortchange the game. Everybody has to kind of get to a place where they understand that their business is an investment, you know, and that requires sacrifice and hard work and dedication. And that's going to mean that you're going to have to cut a check or two, or 3 or 50. And that's just what it is. Good friend of mine, Les Brown, once said to me, information costs, but it pays for itself. Listen, if you knew that I knew how to help you make $1 million and I'm only charging you 10 grand for the information, wouldn't you find a way to get that 10 grand? You would think that the answer would be yes, but for some of y'all, it's an emphatic no. Some of y'all are so scared to invest in yourselves that you'd rather sit around and ask a bunch of questions and, well, what do I do this and how do I do that? And then, you know, when it becomes something that's beyond Googling, when it becomes something that is specified and particular, then, you know, you're like, I'm just looking for a mentor. No, you're looking for a handout. You're looking for a freebie. And I'm not here for the freebies. I'm not here for the handouts. I don't mind helping, but you're not going to take advantage of me. This is my living. This is my craft. Everybody deserves to get paid for what it is that they do. Period. Because here's what happens. When you don't cut checks, then I'm stressing about my bills. I shouldn't stress about my bills. When I'm stressing about my bills, that means I got problems at home. If I got problems at home, then I'm not going to be able to give the kind of service I can to my actual paying clients. You see how bad this works? It's like the butterfly effect, because you want to be extra. You want to be like Dylon from the band. And what did Puffy call Dylon from the band? Oh, that's right. The definition of extra and damn near whack right now. That is whack. That is corny. That is soft. It's sucker made. I can't stand people who do that. They're simps. They're cowards. They're brown noses. They're suckers to the game. That's why your business is probably flopping. It has nothing to do with the competition. It has nothing to do with your product. It has everything to do with the person behind it. You! See how I did a little Soldier Boy thing there when I said you? Because it all starts and ends with you. You have to be willing to invest in your situation. People don't want to invest. Everybody wants a hookup. And this is really going to piss you off. Because you know who's always asking me for hookups? Black people. Never once has an Indian asked me for a hookup. Never once has a white person asked me for a hookup. Never once has an Asian person asked me for a hookup. Oh, but black people, not all, but too many to piss me off, always want a hookup or a discount, or can you do this? Or they're like Chris Rock in that movie where he goes up to Isaac Hayes and says, let me get one. He's like, all right, one order of ribs. He's like, nah, I just want one rib. How much for one rib? Can I get something to drink? Yeah, it's going to cost you $2. Good Lord, that's a lot of money. How about I hold up my hands? You just pour the Kool-Aid in my hands. Like, that's what you're doing with your business. You're looking for the hookup constantly. And contrary to public opinion and prior belief, not everybody walking around here like Master P talking about they got the hookup. Holler if you hear me. No, I got the info. Holler when you pay me. That's it. Sometimes it's frustrating dealing with my people. And I hate to say that because I love my people. And it's not all black people. I'm going to say that again because somebody's going to get butthurt in their feelings and say that I'm attacking my own race. I'm not, but I am telling the truth. Some of y'all always want to hook up. Nothing's never good enough. You're like the Hebrews who got freed by Moses. All right? When the Hebrews got freed by Moses, there's a reason they wandered in the desert for 40 years. And I'm not preaching right now, but I need to give you a real world example that can kind of register in your brain as to what you're doing. Okay, so the first thing that happens is they get free, right? And then oh, we're hungry. Win. So Moses goes to God and gets manna from heaven. And the manna goes like this. It's like bread. So they pick up the manna and they can only take what they would need for the day. The rest of it would just turn and rot. And some people got greedy and everything turned and rotted and they didn't learn their damn lesson. So then that wasn't enough. So then what winds up happening? They stop bitching about the manna, and now they're getting extra. They want things they weren't even getting when they were slaves in Egypt. They're like, oh, well, we want meat. So what happens? God sends them quail. Oh, it's quail everywhere. So right now it's duck all orange out this piece, and they still not happy. They're wandering around and bitching and complaining. And the reason that they walked around for 40 years in the desert is God had to wait for these old, whack, cheap, begging, asking extra people to die off. And those people pissed Moses off so bad that Moses got to a point where he came down after getting them damn 10 commandments. He was like, whoever's on the side of the Lord, get on this side. And then whoever wants to, worship the golden God, get on that side. And he sent the people who were on his side to kill the people on the other side. God told him not to do that. That's why he ain't in the promised land. But y'all pissed him off. Don't piss off Moses. I'm not saying I'm Moses, but there's commandments to this situation. Commandment number 1 through 10. Thou shalt not ask for the hookup. Point blank and period. You don't have to like it, but it's the God honest truth. Info at InnerBrand.org if you have a question. iBrandUniversity.com if you're trying to sign up for some basic and important brand development lessons that maybe some of y'all need. All right, till next time, get out of your feelings and into your business and stop looking for a hookup, damn it.